Boxing matches can be brutal and unpredictable. Once in a while, a boxer lands a punch so superior that marks their name in the history books for all the right and wrong reasons. Here are some of the most extreme knockouts ever made in history that will leave you speechless. Mike Tyson versus Marvin Frazier, 1986. No list of the greatest knockouts is complete without mentioning Mike Tyson. In 1986, Tyson faced Marvis Frazier, the talented son of world champion Joe Frazier, in a professional boxing match on July 26th. Tyson wasted no time, quickly putting Frazier on the defensive with a powerful left jab that pushed him against the ropes. As Frazier retreated to the corner, Tyson unleashed two devastating uppercuts, the second of which knocked Frazier unconscious. Tyson continued to land punches before Frazier collapsed, slumping against the ropes. Referee Joe Cortez began counting but stopped at 5, ending the fight. And guess what? Lasting only 30 seconds, it became the quickest victory of Tyson's career. Benny Parrott versus Emil Griffith, March 24, 1962. The third and final match between Benny the Kid Parrott and Emil Griffith on March 24, 1962, is one of the most tragic events in boxing history. This fight was a welterweight championship bout held at Madison Square Garden in New York City, and it was broadcast live on national television. Parrott had previously defeated Griffith in their first encounter, winning the welterweight title. However, Griffith reclaimed the title in their rematch. The third fight was supposed to settle their rivalry, but it ended in tragedy. The animosity between the two fighters was heightened by Parrott's repeated taunts about Griffith's sexuality, calling him a fairy, which was a dangerous provocation, especially given the era's attitudes. Griffith was known to have struggled with his sexual identity, and Parrott's public insults fueled Griffith's determination to win decisively. As the fight progressed, it became clear that Griffith was the stronger fighter that night. In the 12th round, after landing a powerful right hand that stunned Parrott, Griffith unleashed a series of over 20 unanswered punches. The referee, Ruby Goldstein, hesitated to stop the fight, possibly influenced by the stakes of a title bout and the live television coverage. Unfortunately, Parrott was severely beaten, slumping into the ropes before collapsing. He lost consciousness in the ring and was rushed to the hospital, where he remained in a coma for 10 days before succumbing to his injuries. If you have enjoyed this video so far, take a moment to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update. Fury vs. Wilder 2021. This heavyweight showdown, known as Once and For All, was Wilder's final shot at conquering his arch-rival, Tyson Fury. After their first fight ended in a draw and Wilder lost the rematch by TKO, he claimed Fury had cheated, alleging something suspicious in Fury's gloves. Determined to avoid any foul play, Wilder vowed to collect another body, this time. The fight lived up to its billing as one of the most thrilling in recent memory, featuring non-stop action and 5 knockdowns between these two warriors. The brutal battle nearly went the distance, but Fury secured his victory with a stunning 11th round knockout. Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. Muhammad Ali once said that this fight brought him closer to death than ever before, and it's easy to see why. The famous Thrilla in Manila between fierce rivals Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier remains one of the most iconic bouts in boxing history. This was the third fight in their legendary trilogy, and Ali and Frazier went through 14 brutal rounds before Frazier's trainer, Eddie Futch, called it off. Smokin' Joe was nearly blind and utterly exhausted, yet he protested, telling his trainer, "I want him, boss." Futch, however, wisely prioritized Frazier's safety. What Frazier's corner didn't know was that at the same moment, Ali was instructing his team to cut his gloves, unable to endure the pain any longer. Ali later told the press, "Frazier quit just before I did," highlighting the sheer brutality of the fight. Marvin Hagler versus Thomas Hearns. If you're a boxing fan, this might just be your all-time favorite match. Originally called The Fight, Hagler-Hearns became famously known as The War. Hearns moved up from junior middleweight to challenge the undisputed middleweight champion, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Despite the weight jump, Hearns looked comfortable thanks to his towering height. From the opening round, the fight was non-stop action, with both fighters exchanging powerful blows. In the end, one man had to fall, and it was Hearns, as Hagler claimed victory with a third-round knockout. For those who appreciate the sheer brutality of boxing, this 3-round battle is legendary, as two of the era's best middleweights gave it their all. Barry McGuigan versus Steve Cruz. This fight wasn't expected to be remarkable, as McGuigan was heavily favored to win easily. However, it turned out to be the 1986 Ring Magazine Fight of the Year, with Cruz, a massive 5-1 underdog, pulling off a stunning victory. Cruz stepped in as a replacement for Fernando Sosa, who withdrew due to injury, and earned just $70,000 compared to McGuigan's $500,000. In the intense heat at Caesar's Palace, McGuigan seemed on track for a points win, but things quickly went awry. He was knocked down in the 10th round, had a point deducted for a knockdown in the 12th, yet still led on 2 judges' scorecards after 14 rounds. In the final 15th round, McGuigan was knocked down twice, leading to a dramatic loss to Cruz by just 1 point. Years later, McGuigan claimed on a Channel 5 TV program that his manager, Barney Eastwood, was to blame for the defeat, accusing him of forcing McGuigan to fight despite an injured ear and ankle. This allegation backfired when Eastwood sued and won over £700,000. Corrales versus Castillo, 2005. Imagine a moment from the infamous movie Rocky coming to life in a real boxing match. Diego Corrales and José Luis Castillo provided just that in 2005. This fight, held in Las Vegas on May 7, 2005, is often compared to the iconic moments from Rocky. Both fighters, holding lightweight world titles, battled fiercely and kept fans on the edge of their seats. The bout was a true Rocky-like spectacle, with Castillo showing relentless aggression and Corrales demonstrating incredible resilience despite a cut above his eye. As the championship rounds heated up, Corrales, trailing on 2 judges' scorecards, made a stunning comeback in the 10th round, securing victory by knockout. One of boxing's most dramatic moments occurred at the end of the 10th, when Corrales, pinned against the ropes, unleashed a flurry of punches that led the referee to stop the fight. Muhammad Ali versus Foreman, 1974. There are few moments in boxing as iconic as Muhammad Ali's triumph over George Foreman in the legendary Rumble in the Jungle. This epic fight took place on October 30, 1974, in Kinshasa, Zaire, and featured Foreman, the seemingly invincible powerhouse, against Ali, the master strategist and charismatic showman. Foreman, known for his devastating knockout power, entered the ring as the heavy favorite, carrying the heavyweight championship title. But Ali had a different plan. Employing the now famous rope-a-dope strategy, Ali leaned on the ropes, allowing Foreman to tire himself out with relentless attacks in the early rounds. Foreman threw punch after punch with fierce determination, but Ali, with his back against the ropes, expertly dodged and blocked most of them. Then in the 8th round, everything shifted, a moment that would be etched in boxing history. Ali seized the opportunity, unleashing a series of precise right hooks aimed at Foreman's fatigued and vulnerable body. The fight's climax came when Ali delivered a powerful right hand squarely to Foreman's face, sending the champion crashing to the canvas. The referee began the count, and when Foreman couldn't rise in time, Muhammad Ali was declared the victor in a shocking upset. This knockout not only restored Ali's heavyweight title, but also solidified his legacy as a tactical genius and a legendary fighter. Gotti vs. Gamache, Feb 26, 2000. This particular match was brutal to the core, a fight that ended up costing a man not only his career, but also his life. On this day, former 2-division world champion Joey Gamache faced off against former world champion Arturo Gatti. At first glance, it might seem like Gamache, with his impressive credentials, was the more accomplished fighter, which may be true, but once you watch the footage, you'll quickly notice that Gatti was the significantly bigger man, and in this case, size made all the difference. The fight ended in the 2nd round when Gatti landed a combination that would change Gamache's life forever. The knockout left Gamache with a severe brain injury that hospitalized him for a week and forced him into permanent retirement from boxing.